Guys, I'm going to be saying a bad word in a second on my case because I'm just so mad. So you'll hear a beep. So I'm just going to put the thing down, but you'll hear a little beeping sound. So no worries, I'm fine. Oh, what?
Dudes, how is everyone doing? I'm certainly not holding up well. I can't stop thinking about Arcane, even though it ended half a year ago. I can't get over it. I can't. I keep forcing different people in my family to watch it because I can't cope. I can't cope with the ending. And I keep trying to replace it with other shows, and it ain't working. I'm never getting over Arcane. I keep seeing TikToks about Arcane, and now I have the Avengers all over my TikTok For You page. It just won't stop. It's one thing after the other. I move on from one fandom, I get sucked back into an old one. It won't end. It's a vicious cycle that will never end. Okay, get to the topic of the video now, Alyssa. Precisely. Alright. I'm being weird again, just ignore me. Okay, this is Queen Hiya of Sulani. She is our matriarch. She is our queen regent. Regnant? No, regent. She's our regent. She's our queen regent. Just ignore me. I'm being a little crazy right now because it's like 11:30 at night as I'm recording this. And I'm once again, somehow, in my garage on the floor surrounded by moving boxes. Because I somehow always do this to myself. I'm just going slightly mental, but it's alright. It's chill, you know? We're chill. This is Kai. She's actually my first ever transgender, regent. Actual royal. I've had nobles, but I haven't had any actual royals until her. So she has a special place in my heart. I absolutely love her. Just like I absolutely love Elena from Brittleton Bay, Queen Elena. Which, also by happenstance, is Kai's best friend. Elena and Kai are super close. They're like best friends. And they've been really close since they were kids, you know? They have a lot of history. Maybe one day I'll make a lore, analogy on them if people were ever interested in that. But who knows? That's all a future thought. Kai does not look old. She does not look her age. She's 50 something, 55. I don't actually remember how old she is exactly, but she's up there and she doesn't look it. So Sulani is the kingdom that Kai is from, the kingdom she rules over, and Sulani is a Polynesian / Hawaiian inspired subculture. Obviously not either or 100%, and I'm also not wanting to say I mix those two cultures because I definitely do not. I just admire them and use inspiration like a lot of other creators do. A lot of other creators will use inspiration from these different cultures for their kingdoms to inspire them. There's no way to 100% represent a culture in The Sims. It's just not actually possible, especially since I don't have a strong PC that can handle insane amounts of custom content, even though I wish I could. I wish I could represent every single culture to the vast extent that they are in real life, but that's not possible. And so I try the hardest I can in game with what I have, with what mods and custom content I do have, which is only so much. My PC can only handle so much, and so I can only handle so much. And I do have a life outside of The Sims, believe it or not. So I can only do so much, and so I'm always open to suggestions about how I can include more of Polynesian and or Hawaiian culture into my gameplay, but there are limitations I do have, so keep that in mind. Thank you. I never would want to appropriate a culture or an ethnicity in my trying to appreciate and show my love for it. I would never want that to cross a line or get mistaken as something it isn't, because I really do have a deep respect for Hawaiian culture and the colonization of the land there. the history is absolutely sad, and I would never want to create a hostile world surrounding a real life tragedy that happened to offend, and I wouldn't want to offend anyone with that. So that's really random. I always get paranoid about these types of things, so I wanted to get that out of the way when I could. This is Kai's husband. This is Prince Haruto. His last name is still Komarebi, so you can see he's from Komarebi, but he married into the Sulani royal family years ago, so he should have the last name Sulani. The best way to describe Kai and Haruto is Kai was the quiet little nerd type who was like absolutely smitten, head over heels in love with Haruto. And Haruto was just a playboy, came from a messed up family who really was just like oblivious to the fact that Kai was blatantly in love with him. And it was really sad to play through for years. Because poor Kai just kept getting her heart broken over and over again. And then one day Haruto just looked at her and was like, "Oh, I love you." Breaks my heart. And I created that storyline. I did that to myself. There's something so sadistically wrong with me sometimes. I swear to God. Okay. Haruto has a very interesting stylistic choice that he makes. And not really. I'm just being weird. Like, I really like his sense of fashion. He's very fast. My brain isn't braining today. My apraxia is sewing, and you can tell. Okay. He has a very fashionable eye. He likes a lot of loud prints. He always has his hair long. I don't know the last time this man had short hair. He's not cut his hair since he was a teenager. Like, it was a part of his rebellion thing against his family because his family was really strict. And so he actually had longer hair and just kind of like soft emo as like a rebellion type of thing. But at the end of the day, he's just a pretty boy. Now we're moving on to Kai and Haruto's kids and grandkids. We have their daughter. This is Kanoa. She's the eldest of their 3 daughters. Kanoa married Francisco, and together they have 2 children and a dog. I don't remember the dog's name at this moment. Sorry. Kanoa and Francisco, her husband, are both oldest children. Francisco is the son of Queen Elena of Brindleton Bay, and he actually is, like I said, the eldest. So he was supposed to inherit the Brindleton Bay throne, but he fell in love with Kanoa, like his mom's best friend's daughter. And the family is all, of course, they love them together, but they're also like, that's complicated, because what are we supposed to do about the thrones? And Francisco actually, dealt with that issue himself in a mature way, where he was like, I am going to renounce my right to the throne and give it to my younger sister. I know she's going to be a better fit at being able to rule than I would ever be, and I want to marry Kanoa. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's what he did. He renounced his right to the throne. His younger sister will one day become Queen of Brindleton Bay. And Francisco married Kanoa and had kids with her, and one day Kanoa will become Queen of Sulani. He will become Prince Consort of Sulani, and their future children and their descendants thereon forth will be from Sulani bloodline and have more of a right to Sulani than they ever will to Brindleton Bay. So that's how I had that work out. And it went pretty well. Sorry, I'm kind of blanking on what to talk about now at this point. This is my 5th time recording this. I have been sat on this floor in this garage for the past hour trying to film this video for you. And again, tomorrow is Mother's Day. We have family coming over in the morning. I'm tired. So I'm sorry if I'm talking over myself or slurring my words. I have dyslexia and apraxia, so I apologize, and I'm not used to talking for this long simultaneously. All by myself. I'm not used to talking to myself for this long, okay? Okay. I think we're good. We're good. Okay. I absolutely love this outfit that Kanoa is wearing right now. I would wear that for myself. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Her hair, I've actually had this hair picked out for Kanoa since before she was born. Her mother was a teenager, and when I got that hair, and I like saw it, and I was like, this is Kai's future child's hair. I didn't know her name at the time. I didn't know what she was going to look like. I didn't know nothing. I just saw that hair and said, this isn't a Kai hair. This isn't anyone else's hair. This is a future Kai child hair. And it became that. It like suits Kanoa so well. But I was saying earlier, Kanoa has 2 younger sisters. Maybe I can do like, eventually I can do little speed runs of them as well to show them off. But they're also not like royal, you know, they're noble at this point. They have like noble titles. They don't really have a huge right to the throne anymore. So it depends, you know. Why am I just kind of stuck on her? Oh, I think I left my computer for a while. I think my niece was running around screaming and needing attention. So I had to like walk away for a few minutes to help her. Because that will occasionally happen in videos. So be warned, I do live with my niece and nephew and my younger sister and my parents. So we are a big family who make a lot of noise. And my PC is in the living room. There's bound to be noise. Alright. Here's Francisco. Like, I don't know why he was just wearing 2 of the exact same shirt. I think I did it specifically for a family photo. Like, I just wanted him in green, and so I just changed the color slightly. And that absolutely kills me. Like, he's such a secondary character, and everyone... And that he's such a secondary character despite being married to an heir of an actual throne, that I just changed his shirt color slightly. Like, he has such a fun little groovy vibe about him. He gives me such 70s vibes. Like that 70s show. I don't know. I've never watched that 70s show, so just ignore what I'm saying. He likes really light colors. Like, I feel like the red is actually, like that. Like, the red is, like, what he grew up with, but I feel like it's too harsh on him. He really does suit, like, the nice, light, beatsy colors of Sulani better. Yeah. I stand by that. I think he was meant for it. I should start an Instagram for my royals. I should. Okay. Also, before we get to their children, I will say, if you watch Mirror Ray, because if you're watching this type of content, you probably do, their eldest son is named Palapo. His name is Palapo, and if you watch Mirror Ray, you will know, there he is, you will know, she also has a sim named Palapo, who had this, I think, exact same hair as a toddler, and looked very similar to this child. No, I am not copying her, so I better not see any comments saying I'm copying her. I liked the name by happenstance, okay? And I didn't have a YouTube channel when I made this sim, and I'm not changing his name now because the name is adorable, and the hair is an accident. Maybe I'll change it later. But there's only so many curly hair options, and I've used them all already, okay? Leave me alone. It was an accident. Yeah, and this is his younger sister, Princess Iolana. She's adorable. I'm so excited to see how they are when they're older. But yeah, I'll probably try making Palapo's character as like opposite as her character as possible to avoid conflict. So if she like sees this somehow, just know I'm not copying you. I just really, really admire you. I really do. And the last thing I would ever want is for you to think I'm copying you. Yeah, okay. Love your videos. Alright, that's like nearing the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. You're about to see in a minute all of my Sims. So, as you see, I have 178 Sims currently. So if you see any that look interesting that you would like me to make over, just let me know, and I can. Yeah, they all fit in there somehow. Thank you so much for watching this all the way through. You're a real one. You're the reason I keep making these. Just thank you. You're appreciated, and I hope you know that. Go drink some water. Bye.